Good morning. I am Mr. Gundhar Chaugle. Today we have to discuss the different types of fault and detection of location of faults of underground cable. In that we have to see the what is the current rating of underground cable and how to select the current rating of underground cable. In that system, whenever we have to select the current rating of the cable, we have to consider as a determine the permissible rise in temperature which is the insulation can withstand, and this will be very important that whenever we have to select the current rating of the underground cable, we have to consider the different point we have to mention here, that is what are the methods of laying of cable, whether it is direct laying in the ground or duct. According to that we have to select the current rating of the cable. Then depth of the cable we have to consider for the selection of the underground cable. Then spacing between the cable is very important. According to that we have to select the current rating. Then how many cores are present in the cable, according to that we have to select the current rating. And thermal conductivity of the soil, according to that we have to consider the current rating of the underground cable. We have to consider the different methods or different medias where we have to install the underground cable. That suppose you have to consider the nominal area of the conductor is 16 mm square. If you have to install this cable into the air, then current rating will be 65 ampere. If in the ground, then it will be a 70 ampere, and in the duct we have to consider as a current rating as a 61 ampere. If suppose you have to consider the nominal area of the conductor is 25 millimeter square, then a current rating of the cable is 93 ampere, and in the ground it will be a 95 ampere, and suppose you have to install this cable into the duct, it will be 84 ampere. Similarly, how many area of the cable, according to that, or how many in which media we have to install that cable, according to that we have to select the current rating of the cable. Then we have to discuss related to the what are the different causes of the fault occurs into the cable. First one is the mechanical damage. This fault occurs when the cable is insufficiently protected or mishandling at the time of laying of the cable underground, and poor workmanship of the cable jointing. Because of that there will be mechanical damage of the cable will be occurs, and because of that fault will be occurs into the cable. Then second one is the dampness. When the level of water is just near to the cable laying in the ground, then dampness of the paper insulation in the cable occurs, and which may damage the sheath. Means the insulation property of the cable or insulation present in the cable, because of the water it will be goes on reducing, and there will be fault will be occurs. The next one is the mechanical puncturing. This will be the third one. Because of that fault occurs, and this will be takes place in the cable during the execution of work goes on by using the. Then because of peak axis, because of that mechanical puncturing of the cable will be occurs, and because of that fault will be occurs. Then crystallization. The special measures are taken for the lead sheathed cable to prevent vibrations. This will be very important. Then next one is the overloading or temperature effect. Rise of temperature will affect upon the cable insulation, so it may be prevented from overloading steam piper, furnaces and boiler, etc. Then chemical action, this will be again it will be affecting on the cable working properties. Because of chemical action there will be a corrosion of the cable will be occurs, and the cables are surrounded with the 10 centimeter layer of pure sand. Because of that chemical reaction we have to reduce. Then leakage of oil through the cable boxes also causes the failure of the cable. This will be the different reasons. Because of that fault will be occurs into the underground cable. After seeing the various causes because of that fault will be occurs, then we have to discuss what are the different types of fault will be occurs in the cable. First one is the short circuit fault. While handling the cable, the insulation between the two cores cable is damaged. Then the current flow from one core to the another core directly, and the current will not passes through the load. Such fault is known as short circuit fault, and it is normally a very dangerous fault will be in the cable. The next one is the open circuit fault. When any conductor or core of the cable is broken in the length of opened joint while pulling out, then there is no flow of current from the cable. Then such type of fault is called as a open circuit fault, and in the open circuit fault the current will be at zero and voltage will be high. Then earth fault. When the insulation of the cable gets damaged, then the current flow from one core to the earth directly through the cable sheath. Such fault is called as a earth fault. Then we have to see what are the different types of nature of faults and what are the different methods of testing the cables. First one is the core to core fault only, and second one core of earth fault. Third one is the open circuit fault. Fourth one is the open circuit and earth fault. Then core to core fault and earth fault, core to core fault and earth fault and open circuit fault. Then what are the methods of testing? We have to use the follow-up potential test. In that we have to use the Murray loop test, follow-up potential test, capacity test, induction method. Follow-up potential method, if the cable is metal sheath the cable, then follow-up potential test and induction method. These are the different methods we have to use to detect the different types of faults occurs into the cable. Then we have to discuss what are the different methods of fault location. In that, first one is the online method. The online method uses and processes the sampled current and voltages to determine the fault points. This method for underground cable is less than the above lines. Then second one is the offline method. This method uses the special instruments to test out the services of the cable in the field. And the offline method is classified into two methods such as tracer method and the terminal method. In the tracer method, in that method, fault of the cable can be detected by walking on the cable line. The fault location denoted from the electromagnetic signal or audible signal. This method is used to find the fault location very accurately. Then next one is the terminal method. In this method, we have to use to detect the location of fault in the cable from one end or both the ends without walking or tracking. This method is used to find general areas of the fault to accelerate the tracking on the buried conductor or cable. We have to discuss related to the underground cable fault distance locator circuit. We have to shown here. The main concept of this circuit is to find out the distance of underground fault from the base station in the kilometer. In many urban areas, and cable fault is common problem. When fault occurs due to some reason, the process of fault tracking without knowing the location related to that particular cable is very difficult. So that we have to use this fault distance locator circuit to find out the fault present in the cable. In this circuit, when a low voltage is applied to the feeder end through a series resistor, then current would differ based on the location of fault occurs in the cable. In this case, if there is any short circuit occurred from line to ground, then voltage across series resistor alters accordingly. Then it is feed to the analog to digital converter we have to shown in the figure. Then to develop exact data, which is the pre-programmed by 8051 microcontroller, will display in the kilometer. This system is proposed is designed with a set of resistor to signifying the length of a cable in kilometer, and the fault creation is designed with the set of switches at every known kilometer to cross check the exactness of the same. The fault happening at the specific distance and the particular phase is displayed on the LCD interfaced to the 8051 microcontroller. We have to discuss the various or different methods that how to locating the underground faults. In that, first one is the cable thumping for locating the underground cable fault. A cable thumper is basically a portable high voltage surge generator. It is used to inject a high voltage DC surges into the faulty cable. If you supply a sufficient high voltage to the fault cable, the open circuit fault will breaks down the creating high current arc. This high current arc makes a characteristic thumping sound at the exact location of the fault. To find out the location of cable fault using the thumping method, a thumper is set to thump repeatedly and then walking along the cable route to hear the thumping sound, and the higher the DC voltage applied, the louder will be the resulting thump. This method is useful for a relatively shorter cable. For longer cables, thumping method becomes impracticable. The main advantage of this method is to find out or locate the open circuit fault very accurately with this method. Next method is time domain reflectometer. The time domain reflectometer sends a short duration low energy signal at high repetition rate into the cable. This signal reflects back from the point of charge in impedance in the cable. The TDR means time domain reflectometer works on the similar principle as that of a radar. A TDR measures the time taken by the signal to reflect back from the point of the charge in impedance. The reflections are tracked on a graphical display with amplitude on y-axis and elapsed time on x-axis. The elapsed time is directly related to the distance to the fault location. If the injection signal encounter an open circuit, it results a high amplitude upward deflection on the trace, while in case of short circuit fault, the trace will be low, shows a high amplitude negative deflection. And what is the major advantage of this method is it will be sends a low energy signal into the cable. It causes no degradation of the cable insulation. This is a major advantage of using TDR to find out the location of a fault in an underground cable. TDR works well for open circuit fault as well as conductor to the conductor short circuit fault. But the weakness of TDR is that it cannot pinpoint out the exact location of fault present in the system. It gives an approximate distance to the fault location in the cable. To discuss the next method, that is high voltage radar method. The low voltage TDR is unusual to identify the high resistance ground fault. Its effectiveness in finding the underground cable fault is limited. So In order to overcome this limitation of TDR, we have to use the high voltage radar methods. In that, we have to discussing the arc reflection method, surge pulse reflection method, and third one is the voltage decay reflection method. Now first we have to discuss related to the arc reflection method. The arc reflection method uses a TDR with a filter and thumper. The thumper is used to create an arc across the shunt fault, which creates a momentary short circuit so that TDR can choose a downward deflection effectively. The arc reflection filter protects the TDR from high voltage surges generated by the thumper and routes the low voltage signal down the cable. With the help of this method, we can find the fault. The next one is the surge pulse reflection method. This method uses a current coupler, thumper, and storage oscilloscope. This method is used for long run cable and on faults that are difficult to arc over, which do not shows up using arc reflection method. In this method, thumper is directly connected to the cable without a filter, which can limit both the voltage and current applied to the cable. The thumper injects a high voltage pulses into the cable, creating an arc at the fault, which is subsequently causes a reflection of energy back to the thumper. The reflection repeats back and forth between the cable and the thumper till its energy gets deflected, and the current coupler sends the surge reflection, which are then captured and displayed by the storage oscilloscope. The last method is voltage decay reflection method. This method uses a voltage coupler, a dielectric test set, and storage oscilloscope. This method is used for transmission class cables when the generation of arc at the fault requires breakdown voltage greater than that a typical thumper or surge generator can provide. The voltage coupler sends the reflection produced by the flashover of DC voltage at the fault, and the analyzer captures and displays them. These are the different methods to find out the fault location in the underground cable. Thank you, friends.